Mic check. 1, 2.
Mic check. 1, 2. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Try
Okay.
it again.
This is good for testing out before we go live.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. So try it again. This is good for testing out before we go live.
Okay. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a good evening. This is a Friday, and we're ready to learn new things. Okay. I'm looking to see how many people are actually here on this live stream. This is going to be a very interactive session. So if you are here, go ahead, log in, go to customize, and change your information to see who's in the house. Okay, so we just get started. And I'm James Quake. I'm the instructor here. And we're going to get started with a really awesome program. It's called Creator by Ionic. So if you aren't familiar with Creator, that's fine. And there's a login system that we have to get to before you even get here. So I'm going to do that one more time, and then after that, we're going to go switch. I'm going to go check on the chat room, and let's see who's in the house. Okay, I see the two instructors. Do we have any students in the team room today? Okay. Hey, Destiny, how's it going? Greetings. Okay, that's good. So I'm actually going to backtrack on one uh, basic lesson, and we're going to go ahead and register. So I'm going to log out from my account and register as if I'm a new um, client. And the way we register is we go to Ionic Framework. And that's ionicframework.com. Okay, so Creator cut off the openness of their users, and they set it up so that you have to register through ionicframework.com. So I'm going to register now, and if you haven't done so, go ahead and register your new account. If not, go ahead, log in Creator. Okay, so now we're in Ionic Framework. This is a preview of the lessons we're going to get into next week. Next week, we're going to use the command line and create a Ionic project that is more robust. Right now, we're going to be using Creator. In Creator, this is the version of Ionic that helps you get your UI, user interface, as well as your user experience. So I'm going to log in with a new account that I just set up. Okay, good news. So we're here with Creator, and we're going to start a new project. But this time, we're going to focus on starting a project that is a different type of user interface than we've done before. Okay, so before we've done creator projects, so you go to select new project, and we did side menu projects before with the tabs. Well, actually, we did tab projects. This time, we're going to focus on making a side menu project. And this one, I'm going to call this one Portfolio. And if you have a project already, they're not going to allow you to make a second one. So if you have a project already, I'm going to tell you what to do. And actually, Destiny, this is going to help you out with what you have. Okay, so I'm going to just take a basic blank project, and just keep in mind this is a project that we worked on even though we haven't done that yet. So here we have our share button, and we also have export button. We're going to delete this old app that we've been working on. So we're going to export it so that we have a copy of it locally. So you see where it says the zip will contain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files of your project. Also, if you're a developer, everything that we worked on is in a directory called www. This can go into an existing Ionic app. Okay. So I just downloaded that file, and we didn't really work on it, but I'm just showing from a practice point of view. And here, this is what the folder looks like with the files. You're going to have an index page. You're going to have all of your images. You're going to have the JavaScript files. You're going to have your library files. And there's broken into the Ionic library and then the Ionic UI router library. And also we have the templates that are being used. The templates are the actual individual pages. So these are blank, so you're not going to see anything. But actually, we would actually put this inside of a command line project, Ionic 1 project, and that's how you would run it. Or we can also turn this into a basic web app. We're going to get into that next week. Okay, so today we're going to make a portfolio app, and I'm going to actually start from the beginning, but also we're going to kind of go further than we've ever gone before. Okay, let me get acknowledgement from everyone. Everyone excited to go into bold new directions. Okay. Somebody asked the question, how do I get added to the video chat? Who asked the question? Let me see you raise your hand. Okay. You see, it's a live stream. Okay, yeah, we're not playing videos here. We're not faking a funk. But, let's make it happen, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with the basic update of this app. And we did make a tab app, so I'm going to actually delete this one. And I want to make a side menu app. So to delete your project, we have to type delete in caps because they want to make sure that you're not making a mistake and they want you to be intentional. Okay, awesome. So now that we have this blank again, and we only want to delete your project if you downloaded your old project. So now we're going to select new project and we're going to make it an Ionic 1 project and we're going to make it side menu. So I'm going to call this one J Portfolio because this is going to be my portfolio app. So one thing that's really big about app development and software development, you really want to have a good portfolio. And yeah, so we're really looking at creating an app within the next 2 weeks that we can actually put inside of the App Store. And this portfolio app is an idea for you to make something to showcase your work and also be a little fun at the same time. This is the page area of Creator, and you can either duplicate these pages or you can add a new page here. And we have blank, HTML, login, or sign up. Now you see the HTML, it has Pro on it. That's going to be disabled until you have a paid account. But for now, we don't need it. We're going to build our app the best way we can, and then we're going to export it next week into the command line. And all the pro features that are disabled here, we'll have access to them. So I'm going to change this to home with all caps so that our app looks nice and consistent. I'm going to change this one to chat because we're going to create a basic chat room so that people who register to your app will be able to chat. Okay. So when you're making a chat app, you need to also have a portfolio page, because how will people be able to distinguish themselves from other users? Profile page, rather. We're also going to make a portfolio page. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Hit add page, blank page. And we're going to call this portfolio with all caps. Okay. And then the last page we're going to make is going to be contact us, but this is going to be a different contact us than what you've ever done before. On our contact us page, we're going to have the donation system. Okay, good. So today we're going to focus on getting all of our user interface together. And Monday we're going to actually focus on getting the code. So if we go down the list, our pages are home, chat, profile, portfolio, contact us. So let's go to the menu page. Okay. So when we're on the menu page, what's going to happen is that we have to update our menu pages to represent what's on our new list of pages. So if I click on list right here, these are the names of the menus, but as you can see, you don't see it over here. You don't see it over here because my computer is glitching. Let me hit refresh. If you hit refresh, and then hopefully we should be able to see the menu with that. Okay, So if you have issues with connection, what's going to happen is everything that you worked on doesn't save. So I'm going to show you a little trick to make sure what you have does save. So let me make a home page. I'm going to hit enter. Now you see where it says all changes save. You can actually manually hit save right here in this little green checkbox. Okay, we're going to make this chat. You shouldn't have to do it every time, but I'm going to do it every time because for some reason my connection is acting up. Okay. We're going to make a new page, and this is going to be blank. And this page is going to be the portfolio page. Okay. Then I'm going to save it. And I'm going to make the last page, which is blank. And I'm going to call this page Contact Us. Okay. So now that we have everything that we need, we're going to go and add the side menu. So we have the 3 original from when we first started, but we're going to rename them to reflect our app. So the second page is going to be chat, and then I'm going to hit save. I'm going to force save all my updates. So you saw how I did that? I clicked on the middle button there. That's another way to make a new page or a new item. And what that does is that's called duplicate. That's the duplicate function. I'm going to make the duplicate a profile, and I'm going to click on it and call it portfolio. Okay. I'm going to copy it again. And the last one, the duplicate I made of portfolio, we're going to call that one Contact Us. Okay. So one thing I want to show is that whenever we make copies of an item or a menu list, the page that you copied it from stays the page we want it to go to. And we don't want it to go to that original page that it was copied from. So I'm going to go down every menu list and make sure they're going to the correct page. This is the link area here. You can link to pages. You can link to a web address. You can link to an email. Or you can link it to a phone number. So the phone and email are nice native features of contacting people through a mobile app. Right now we're going to have it go to pages that we created. The best way to go is to select the item on the screen and then go to your link area and make sure that it's the proper link. On the Contact Us, we have to change it from profile to Contact Us. Okay, good. So how do we know that this works? We have a really cool feature, but I'm going to zoom my web page out, my browser page, so we can kind of see everything. Okay, and I'm going to select Preview. Okay, so as you can see, we start off with the home page, and then we go to our menu, and we have the chat page. You go to our menu, profile, portfolio, and contact us. Okay, so I'm going to leave this right here, and I want to chat with the group. Let's see where everyone is. So the awesome thing about this chat feature that we created, well, we're actually borrowing technology from this. We borrow open source technology, and you can add emojis. Okay. We can upload photos, images, and actually, I have a screenshot from an app that we've been building. Okay. So if you click on the images that you upload, you actually get to see them, and it opens them up in a bigger screen. Okay. So does anyone have any questions so far? Or are you all ready to make this app look better? Let me get some responses. Okay, everyone, let's do it. Okay, so maybe save where you are and make sure you use the force save, which is right up here. And that's going to save whatever you're working on in Creator. Okay, so the thing I just clicked on was the code feature. There's a code feature, and if you click here, that allows you to add code to your pages, but we can also add code to everything once we export it, like we did earlier today. Okay, so we're going to make this look better. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually add an image to the menu page. Okay, nice. I see Tyen uploaded a page. Good job. Awesome. Tywin. Okay. So we have this photo piece here. I'm going to put our portfolio logo here. And if you don't have a logo, you can get open source images from Pexels. So if you go to this website, pexels.com, and here you can like just type whatever name you want, like let's say cars, or even let's say robots. You'd be surprised. And here you're able to pick different images and download them. And the way you pay for them is usually like or collect the artists or share them, follow them on social media. And if your app gets really popular, they won't come back around and sue you. So this is how we say thanks. We either can donate or like them. Okay. So now that I have this photo here, I'm going to go to the image source, and there's a big blue button, upload image. Okay, here we have our Quake Text logo, and as you can see, it fits nice and neat there. So you want to put an image or a video here at the top of your menu to jazzy it up. So I'm going to learn from the challenges I had before and make sure I save every update. So I'm going to manually hit the save button. And it's all about being problem solvers. When you have the challenges, we make updates and adjustments to rise to the occasion. Okay, so on the home page, I just want to have a basic welcome message. And I also want to have really the social wall, because I kind of want to separate the chats on this portfolio. So here, let's go here, add a video. And in this video, it's going to be like a welcome message. And under there, we're going to start adding social wall. And to get to the social wall images, I'm going to select the avatar list items. And I'm going to add the photo that went with that person who posted it. And then I'm going to scroll down, add another avatar. Okay. And then I'm going to go down and add another image under there. Okay. So it looks pretty blank because we haven't populated the information. So let's go in and make some adjustments to make this look better. So first thing I'm going to do actually is dealing with the page. If I go to pages and click on home, and now I'm going to go to my page settings at the bottom. So I go here to the right of the menu, and I'm going to turn padding off. And as you can see now, everything is full screen. I'm going to make sure scrolling is still there. And also there's a header margin. I'm going to disable that because we don't need a margin. Okay, so now that we're done with the settings of the page, I'm going to go to the video and we're going to fix this. So I'm going to pick a service, and you can use either YouTube or Vimeo. I'm going to select Vimeo because I have a ton of videos on Vimeo, and that's what we use to share our portfolio of work. You can use Vimeo or YouTube, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here's our Quake text page, and we have some pretty cool logos, workouts from some of our clients, commercials. This is one of our podcasts, so I'm going to use this as an example because I want a welcome video there, but we haven't shot the welcome video yet. All I need from here is this last set of images after the vimeo.com. This is the unique address of my page. and you're going to use that unique address. We're going to copy that, and we're going to go back to creator. You see what it says video ID? The video ID is the same thing as the unique address for your page. Okay, and now I want to make sure I manually save this. Okay, so now that we've saved this, I'm going to go hit preview to make sure that we're getting our video and not the video that's a template. There's like a template video that comes with creator, and I want to make sure we get ours. Let me go again. Okay, so if it's giving me a hard time, I'm going to go ahead and grab a video from YouTube, because sometimes, depending on how much bandwidth you have online, because I'm streaming live, some of the things you do, there's like a lot of latency and the platform is slowed down. So let me get our friend over here, Marcus Brownlee, and he's not our friend in real life, but we watch a lot of his videos. It feels like we know him. Okay, so we're going to pause that, and we're going to get the last digits from the end of his video, and this is going to be the unique code. And we're going to want to actually do a nice video, intro video, but we're going to start at where we are, and we're going to actually we're going to make our video on our phone later. For now, we're going to copy this one. Okay, so now I'm going to change the service to YouTube, and then I'm going to paste the Marcus Brownlee video there. And I'm going to manually save the page. Okay, so that's the creator page that I was telling you about, and it looks like I'm having a hard time saving information. That's the creator template video that shows up. So we're going to go ahead and move on, because I know some of you are going to be able to actually get the proper video in. But if it is acting up, don't fret. Sometimes it's about 500,000 people on this platform at the same time. The more people that are on there, the more things can kind of glitch. But if you constantly save your work and keep moving, you'll be in good shape. So I'm going to upload avatars, and these avatars, normally they should be a person's face, but I'm going to use the Quake Text logo for now. And these are just placeholders until we actually code this chat so that we can upload original content. Right now, this is going to be the portfolio. So this time, with the social wall, we're going to have only the one registered user, which is Quake. So I'm going to change where it says text under content to Quake. So I'll be like the only one uploading on this app. Okay. So now that we have that, let's grab some photos. And I actually have some pretty good photos. I click on the photo icon, and we have a photo from my group, the Quake Studios. We actually shot a sci-fi ninja movie, and it's like the prequel to a video game. So we did a live action version of the game, and then we also shot the game. And this is like some of the behind the scenes of the team. And the game is called Project Fly. We're relaunching it this year for a mobile platform. Okay. Google it. It's a pretty good project and story. So now we're going to go under here for the second post, and I'm going to actually make it something business related so they can see what we do. And I'm going to take a screenshot from one of the apps we just finished. So this is the Wallacam app. Okay. And with the Wallacam, it's the oldest, one of the older channels that were on channel 19, and now they're online. They have like certain YouTube videos that have millions of users, but now people are going to be able to come to their unique um, app that's going to launch next month. So we're really excited about that app. A lot of dancers and artists are on the Wallacam. It's really awesome app. Okay. So we're pretty much done with the homepage. We're just gonna have a couple posts on there, and on the actual app, we're gonna have words under here as well to explain what these posts are. But we're gonna leave it at this until we code it next week. So I'm gonna go to Pages area, and I'm gonna select the chat page. So with the chat page, this gonna be very minimal. It's gonna be the person's avatar, and then the words that they actually said. So we're going to start with avatar, and then we're going to go to the text, and we're going to put the words in here. So you see how we have words in here? We can actually put some words in here for standby, but actually I'm going to just leave it blank because we're going to put code in there. We're going to put code in there so that it's going to call out and pull the data from the actual user. So now I'm going to take this spacer, and with the spacer, we're going to drag that, and the spacer is going to take space so that it visually looks clean. I'm going to drag another avatar, drag that down there, and I'm going to grab a text field, and I'm going to delete the text inside of there because the text is going to be pulling from that user when they post it. Okay, so now we also have a spacer, and with apps we really want to be consistent. So I'm going to click on the old spacer, and that's at 36 points. I like round numbers. I'm going to make this 40 points, 40 pixels. Okay. And I'm going to go select the same thing for the bottom one. I'm going to click the bottom spacer, and I'm going to make it 40 pixels. Okay, that was 400. That's too much. And as we see here under the icon, I'm actually going to put something in here in the space, and I'm going to let it know what it is. This is going to be the user. So I'm going to call this one user, because this is going to change based on whatever users are logged in and trying to chat. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So as you can see, I'm actually using the, want to say curly brackets, but it's actually been so long since I used the correct term for these. These aren't the brackets, but they're the ones on top of the brackets. And we can actually go ahead and zoom in so you can see exactly what it is. Yeah, someone text in and tell me what these are called, what type of brackets these are. Someone text that in the chat. Parentheses. Okay. Good, good. So yeah, I went to college in 1990, so that's my excuse. Okay, so let's move on. We're gonna have everything we need. Now that this is in the parentheses, we're gonna actually be pulling the information from the users when we create that page. And I'm actually going to skip down to the portfolio page, because this is how they're going to actually um, create their user data, and this is where it's going to be stored. So this time around, I'm not going to use the small avatar. I'm going to use the thumbnail list item at the bottom of the components. I'm going to select upload thumbnail, and we're going to actually select our logo for now, but we're going to actually set it up so that you can take a photo and use that. And I'm going to actually put our name in there. I'm going to put the Quake in there. Okay. And from here, I'm going to go in and grab a header. I'm going to put a header under there, and this header is going to have their location and the person's occupation. So I'm looking at it. I kind of want this to be clean. I'm going to change the size to about H4. And I'm going to center that. And then I'm going to grab another header, and I'm going to put the occupation information in there. Okay, so I know that's looking really big. Don't worry about that. We're going to change the size. And if you notice from doing HTML, CSS, this is going to look very familiar because these are the same tags used in those languages for CSS, the headers tags. This looks kind of empty, so I'm going to actually put the state in there as well. And this is going to help with our user interface. Okay, so on the profile page, we're going to want this to give the user the ability to make posts and then send these posts to the home page. So this is the post that started in a profile page, and they're going to be sent to here. So I'm going to take the first post that you see here on the home page, and I'm going to put it here under the profile page. So I'm going to upload the image and get the photo of us on Quake text. Okay, the Quake Studios. I'm looking at this and I see there really needs to be a separation, and they have some pretty good items here. So you see where it says list divider. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to call this Quake Studios post. Post 1. Okay. Or let's call it Quake Studios 2016. This was a while ago. Okay, good. And I want to have clear separation so that people know what this is. I want to have all the post titles to look different. So I want to make sure I have good spacing so that it's easy for people to read. And then once I make my update, I'm going to hit save. Okay. Now, one thing that we're going to have to do, we're going to have to make this, we're going to get rid of the padding on this page so that everything is going to be flush. So I'm going to go to the profile page. And scroll down on the bottom right and deselect padding. Okay, good. And as you can see, the spacing that I did isn't updating, but that's okay because when we export this, we can force it to update in the CSS. So right now, we're just getting a really rough version of what the app is going to look like. And when we export it, it's going to look beautiful. Okay, so next up, we need the ability for people to make posts. And the way that they're going to make posts, we're going to give them a button, and that button is going to give them the ability to upload a post. So I grabbed the button from the components area, and now I have my button properties, and I'm going to leave it blank because it's not going to be any page. It's actually going to be code. So I'm going to tell it right now to make post. Okay. And as you see, we have this area down here called Angular directives. And that's one way to add code to the page. And this is through a paid one. Another way to add code is to convert this whole page to HTML. And you'd be able to click on code and open it up. That's disabled. But don't fret. You don't have to actually buy an update to this. We can export all of this and make the changes in the command line. Okay, so we got our basic post page. You see the title of the post, you see the post, and the only thing missing is the person who's making the post. So we have to add the avatar and their info. So I'll drag that from the components. I'm going to go to the avatar area. It says upload avatar. And I'm going to use our logo. And then I'm going to go and give it the name. So this is just in case for the future, if you make this app so that other people can upload posts as well. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and force save this. Okay. So the rest of the pages are going to be pretty simple. I'm going to go through these. I'm just going to put the pages in. I'm not going to populate them. But then I'm going to give you all a chance to catch up. And then maybe you can send me screenshots of what you have. So the portfolio page, I'm actually going to fill it with photos and videos. But it has also have to have an avatar of who made the post. And actually, this version is just going to be me making the post. So I'm just going to put photos and videos in there because I actually really like that streamlined look. It's like one video, one photo, one video. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add a photo. So one thing that's coming to me now is we can actually make a slider. So if I go to slider components, and in the slider I can actually put different photos. We can put different categories of the portfolio. Like, okay, we have events, we have artwork, we have examples of app UI. So we can have all the different categories here. Okay, so I'm just going to throw the basic components on here, and now I'm going to move on to the contact us page. So here on the contact us page, we're going to want some basic forms. And I can either take the forms here and delete parts, or I could just take the inputs and copy this like 3 times. Okay, so the first input is going to be the person's full name, and we're going to keep the text to type, the type of data that it's capturing. Okay. The next thing we're going to need from them is going to be their email address. Okay, and from there, we're going to also give them the ability to leave a comment. So that's text again. Okay. And under here, we're going to make a submit button. Okay. And I'm going to change it to red. And the thing that's going to be different, well, it's going to be actually 2 things. One, we're going to put the logo up here. And I'm going to create a button that's going to initiate an email for a donation. Okay. And I want to make sure that the brand is the same as our brand. It's going to have the red on there. And actually, I can put a little video under there so we can explain that, hey, this is our new portfolio app. We're trying to get into the technology arena. This is our first app we built after taking this class. Why don't you support a local artist and donate? You'd be surprised how much support you will get. Okay, so now I'm going to go and upload our logo to the top of the contact us page. And there's a little trick that I found that really makes it look better is I click on the make full width, and then that just takes up the whole area. I want these to have the padding on the side, so I kept it padded, on the page part of contact us. But for the images and video, I noticed they look really good when they're full screen. They're like corner to corner. So I kept the padding so this would be smooth. Okay, so I'm going to go through this app, and what I want everyone to do, I'm going to take a break, and we're going to have everyone, I'm going to take a break from showing this, but I'm going to have everyone talk and show screenshots of what you have. So it's the donation one. Okay, home page, chat page. This is going to fill up with new data when the people are logged in and we have the code for it. The profile page. portfolio page. This is a slider. It's actually going to change once you put actual photos in there for the different categories. These template videos are going to change from Ionic Creator once I get off a live stream, because I'm probably taking up too much bandwidth. Contact us page. And I'm looking at it. This page looks very busy. I'm going to get rid of our logo. And I'm going to put the video up top. So I can just take the video, drag it up top. I can take the donate and actually drag that over here. Let me put it back on there. Okay. Okay, that's too much. Let's just make it straightforward. Just put the person's name on there, donate J Quake. They got the video explaining why, or contact us, or why there's a benefit to donating, and then the submit. So that's logical. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot smoother. Okay, everyone, let me see screenshots, and you got time to catch up. And before we move on and do something else, let's catch up to this one. And I'm excited to see what you're working on. Okay, everyone, it looks like I'm seeing some updates and some images. Good work, good work. Uh, is the music too loud or can you hear me pretty well? Let me get a message from the chat. How's it going? Can you still hear me good over the music? Okay, good, awesome. Okay, can you still hear the music in the background too? Okay, good. Yeah, so this reminds me of Fist of the North Star. But instead of watching anime, we're making our nice portfolio apps. Okay, thanks, Mr. Bate. Thanks, Destiny. So we're ready to rock and roll. So I put something in the chat. It's a link to the creator GitHub. And we're going to actually copy and paste some code into our project. So this is the link here. So this link, it has to do with our side menu. We want to add three major things. So this is the SCSS. Right now, that's the type of code that Creator allows you to add more beautification. Okay. And here we got the side menu top that sets the color. We got the side menu bottom. That's the second color. Why is it two colors? It's two colors because this is how you make what they call a gradient. Then we got the side menu transparency. Okay. So we're going to need all of these. And I'm going to teach you all next week how to code some of this stuff from scratch. But today we're just going to copy and paste this code. So we're going to click at the top and drag down. And I'm going to right click on my computer and hit copy. So sometimes you can manually hit copy. You can select, go up to the top, edit, and copy. But you can also right click. Let me get a show of hands. How many people are able to copy their code? And like I said, the code is in here. Okay, good, good. I see your portfolio. Nice. Okay, so here we're copying the code. Tyron, you can't hear me? Okay. We're going to keep going, but we're going to deal with technical difficulties on the next the next break. So here, I'm going to go here to Creator. I'm going to take this code that we copied, and I left this code in the chat box, the link to this code. I'm going to take that code, and we're going to go right here. So you see on Creator where it says theming and CSS, right? We're going to click on that. And we're going to go to the part where it says SCSS, right? And then I'm going to right click and paste. Okay. So I'm going to hit save. Okay. Then I'm going to close the window. And I got to get one piece of information so that our menu is going to update. So when you want to pull code that we have in the SCSS, that's called classes. I need to get the name of the gradient, and if I go here, it's called side dash menu dash gradient. I could type that in, but right now I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So I'm gonna hit copy. I'm gonna hit save. Okay. I'm gonna close this. And now I'm gonna go to classes and I'm gonna paste this here. Okay. So now that I have that updated, I'm gonna hit save up here. Let me close this for a sec. So you see these colors right here? That's part of the side menu gradient. Now I want to make adjustments to these colors so that they actually fit my brand. So if I go here to theming and SCSS again, okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually add this to side menu item. But first, let's do this. Let's actually look at this and change the color. So you see these two colors here? I'm going to actually pick a red color, and then I'm going to pick a dark red color. And I'm going to show you exactly how I get those. So if we go make a new tab, and I type in web colors code, okay. Good. So here I can go and select some colors that are closer to my brand. So I'm gonna pick like a kind of muted red like that, and then I'm gonna pick a dark red, like about, let's say about there. About there looks good. So I'm gonna hit copy, and then I'm gonna go to creator, and then I'm gonna pick that for the top and get rid of that F. I'm gonna keep the hash sign. Bam. That's a new color in there. And now I'm gonna go to the HTML color codes, and I'm gonna select a dark color red. Let me go here. Actually, let me go light. I think that go light. I think that our app has a lot of light colors right now. Okay, good. So we go here to creator, and I'm gonna copy paste actually. I'm gonna delete the old color code, and I'm gonna paste the new light red, and we're gonna hit save. Okay, so now that we hit save, I'm gonna close this, and as you can see, it has updated our colors. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna open up the theme in CSS. I'm gonna make sure, oh, you can hear me now? Good. I'm gonna make sure that everybody has their page up to here. We copied this code from this link I put in the page. Once everybody has this here on your menu, we're on a menu part. I had to delete the photo so that I could see the colors, right? Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I can actually make these see-through. We go to the code. And I copy this class here. And I close this. I click on the side menu item. Go to class. And I paste that there. And bam, it updates with the see-through / color that we need. So I'm going to use that same here. So I'm going to actually start typing these, because the more you type them, the better you get. And let me look at what it is again. Side -menu -item. So I'm going to start typing these in. Okay, so if we go here to classes and go side -menu -items. Okay. Item without an S. So it goes side -menu -item. And I'm going to do the same for these two. Okay, so when you type it in, it helps you to get your typing, keyboarding skills tight, and sometimes it's faster for you to just type it than copy and paste. So you want to practice doing both. So we got our nice little gradient. It's the two colors we picked. We set the text to white, and I can actually show where that is in the code. You got two colors up here. When it comes to the side menu item, the background is none, color white, font weight 300, border 0. So all this right here has to do with the different classes that we type in for the different buttons on the menu. Okay, I'm going to take a break and see how everyone's doing. If you get a nice menu going, let me know. Or if you have any issues, don't hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for. We're here to set you up for success. Let's do it. Okay, everyone, we're going to get back on and we're going to do the transparency part with the code. So I took the code from the creator GitHub. GitHub, this is what you call a repository. You guys want to register and get an account eventually. So repository is where you keep your codes, and you have multiple developers add to the code or update the code if you're especially in a team. And also, this is one of your big portfolio pieces. So this is the creators GitHub repository, and Matthew Creamer, that's the guy in those videos. He's one of the creator staffers, and he does all the creator tutorials. Those would be pretty cool to watch. Now, if we go here and we select all of these, we can copy them. And then we go here to Ionic Creator. And right now, the only code that we really have access to outside of the codes and the property parts is the theming code. So when it comes to the theming and the SCSS, so we're going to work with the SCSS. It's going to be blank if you haven't done this before. So you're going to go here, and I'm actually going to delete all of this. You're going to go here, and then you're going to paste the code. And of course, I need to copy mine again. Copy. And then paste. Okay, so you make sure you have to select save. And then if I close this, as you can see, now we're back to that red code. Not the red, but the more orangey code. I want to use colors that reflect my brand. So we're going to go and do that. We're going to change those colors, but right now let's do the transparency. So to do the transparency, let me just grab a container over here that's not transparent, or I can actually delete this one's class. So we go here and I delete the class is what you need to update to set up the SCSS. So whatever code we copied here under the SCSS, we have to call it into the actual image. So we click side dash menu dash item, and I'm actually just going to copy and paste that to right now. And I want to make sure there's no period or anything on there. So copy, close that. I didn't make any changes. I don't save it. I select the container I want to make transparent, and I have to go to classes. So since this is selected, it's showing me the class of the selected item, and I'm going to paste that here. The other thing I want to do, because I've been having issues with saving lately, I want to make sure I save it manually. So now all of my changes are updated here. So if we preview this, we actually get to see a really nice side menu. And I actually want to change the colors to reflect my brand. So we have like dark and light reds. Let me grab a dark red. Go back to creator. go to the theming and SCSS. We go all the way to the top. I'm going to change the top color from that orange color to a color that reflects Quake text. Okay. I'm also going to change this here. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Nice red right there. Yeah, that other red looked kind of orange. I'm going to change that other one to a more red. Yeah, and let's change this to a little more red. Okay. Save. And now, as you can see, we got the dark red and we got it blending in with the other red. I want to hit save manually again. One other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hide the menu header because we're going to put our profile image up there instead. So I'm going to select on menu and I'm going to select hide header. Bam. So we're going to stop here. Make sure you save your work. And I'm going to give everybody a chance to get to this point. If you have any questions, go ahead and type it in at the bottom. Okay, everyone, you made it to 7 p.m. Good job. Let me get some hand claps or waves or emojis. You're doing a good job. If you have any updates, you can screenshot it, or we can go ahead and actually finish some more for next week. Okay, everyone, this was a good job. I'm going to put my cool emoji up. And if you have any questions, I'm going to give everyone another 2 or 3 minutes so you can upload what you have. But other than that, this was a great class. And keep rising for the top.